A very good morning to one and all. So children, today we are going to start chapter number 3, motion in a straight line. But before that, we are just going to discuss some important mathematical tools. Those are used in the physics. So children, before starting the chapter number 3, today we are going to start with some mathematical tools. Those are differentiation and integration. So children, we will study some very basic concepts related to the differentiation and integration. Basically, this is a part of the mathematics, but some of the rules or the theorems are applicable in physics also, in many of the chapters, in many of the expressions or the derivation, right? So we are not going to discuss differentiation and integration in a very wide manner, in a very explained way, but we are just going to discuss about the differentiation or integration of very basic rules, important things and very basic concepts of the differentiation and integration. Only that much of the part we are going to discuss which is important in our physics only, right? So children, whenever we are just talking about the differentiation is a rate of change. That means whenever we are calculating the rate of change of any of the object, that will be calculated by with the help of the differentiation, right? But before that, we are going to start how we got this terminology and what is the very basic, from where we are starting the basic terminology of the differentiation, right? So in a very in that manner, very first we will talk about the function. So what is function? When any one of the quantity, when a value of one quantity depends on the value of the another quantity, then that is said to be, both functions are said to be a function. Both terms are said to be, or both variables are said to be in function. कोई भी एक क्वांटिटी की वैल्यू जब दूसरी क्वांटिटी पे डिपेंड करती है तो एक क्वांटिटी दूसरी क्वांटिटी की फंक्शन होती है, right? So we can see here, if the value of one quantity, say y, depends on the value of the another quantity, say x, then y is the function of x. Then y is the function of x. So we can write down in the mathematical form like y equals to fx. So what does it mean? It means that y is the function of x. Y is the function of x. That means all the values of y depends on the values of the x. That means whatever change we will do in the value of the x, that will directly affect the values of the y also, right? That's why y is called the dependent variable and x is called the independent variable. But whatever change we are just doing in the value of the x, that is not depend on the value of the y. That means x की values में जो changes होंगी वो y पे depend नहीं करेंगे, but y की values जो होंगी वो totally x के changes पे depend करेंगी, right? So for example, as we can see, suppose we are having one equation like y equals to x plus 5. So if we are writing down and if we are changing the value of the x like x equals to 0, then y becomes 5. If we are writing x equals to 1, that means if we place the value of the x is 1, then y will become 6, right? So in this particular two example, you can see that the value of y totally depend on the value of the x. That means whatever changes we are just doing in the values of the x, that directly affect the value of the y also, right? Now we'll talk about the derivative of a function. How will we calculate the derivative of the function? So suppose let a function y equals to fx, कोई भी एक function हमने consider किया है y equals to fx. Suppose we assume that delta x is the increment in the value of the x, delta y is the increment in the value of the y. That means some change. Then after adding these values, we can have the value of the y like y plus delta of y. That means if we are changing, if we are increasing the value of the x like by delta x, so it will become f x plus delta x, and that value will also change the value of the y, like there will be small increment in the value of the y also, like it will be y plus delta y, right? Now what will we do? We are having equation number 1 and equation number 2. Now we will just calculate the difference between the equation 2 by equation 1. That means we will calculate the subtraction of equation number 2 by equation number 1. So when we calculate the difference between equation number 2 by 1, then we will get delta y will be equals to fx plus delta x minus fx, right? आप इन दोनों equations को जब difference calculate करेंगे, then you will get this value. This is treated as the equation number 3. Now this equation number 3, in the next term we will divide by the delta x, then we will get delta y upon delta x equals to fx plus delta x minus this value divided by delta x. Now delta y upon delta x, what is delta y upon delta x? Delta y upon delta x is represent average rate of change of y, average rate of change of y with respect to x. That means average कितना change हो रहा है value of y में with respect to x. x के respect में y की values में कितना change हो रहा है, right? Now let's take in that the delta x is a very small as possible as the delta x. Now we are just taking that delta x is a very small value that tends to be 0. That means that will be somewhat like equals to the 0. Right, so whenever we are just taking any of the value is a very small quantity, like we can have the limit of that value tends to 0. That means that will be approximate to the 0. Then limit delta x tends to 0. So delta y upon delta x, this value can be written as the dy over dx. So whenever we are calculating a very small change in any of the values, so for that we use always d terminology, and that defines the derivative of y with respect to x. That means we are calculating the change in the value of the y, very small change in the value of the y with respect to the x. So this d terminology from where we are getting whenever we are just taking the limit delta x tends to 0. Now how will we take the limit? Limit delta x tends to 0 means this value is changing. That means the change in the value is tends to be 0, and limit is always taken with respect to the quantity which is in the denominator. Right? आप हमेशा लिमिट उस वैल्यू का लेंगे जो डिनोमिनेटर में होगी. अगर y के डिनोमिनेटर में x है तो लिमिट किसका होगा? x का होगा. और अगर डेल्टा y के अपॉन में डेल्टा t होगा, देन वी हैव टू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू द डेरिवेटिव. सो यू विल टेक द लिमिट डेल्टा t टेंड्स टू 0. डेल्टा t टेंड्स टू 0 मींस डेल्टा t को हम इतना स्मॉल एज पॉसिबल, जितना स्मॉल ले सकते हैं उतना स्मॉल ट्रीट कर रहे हैं. तो उनका जो डिफरेंस आता है लगभग पॉइंट्स को, मींस वो 0 तो नहीं होगा बट उसकी वैल्यू बिल्कुल 0 के ही अप्रोक्सीमेट होगी, और बिल्कुल 0 की ही as possible as near होगी, right? So for that limit is taken to be here delta x tends to 0. That means always you have to remember whenever we are taking the limit of any value, whenever we are taking the limit of average rate of change of two quantities, then that value will convert into the derivative, and that will be treated as the dy over dx, right? तो आपको याद रखना है यहाँ पे ये टर्म हम काफी बार यूज करेंगे. लिमिट जब भी हम किसी भी टर्म की लेंगे, लिमिट हमेशा उसी टर्म की ली जाती है जिसके टर्म्स के रिस्पेक्ट में हम क्या करते हैं, जो डिनोमिनेटर में होता है. अगर यहाँ पे x डिनोमिनेटर में है तो यहाँ पे लिमिट डेल्टा x की होगी. अगर यहाँ पे t होता तो लिमिट t की प्लेस की जाती है, राइट? So limit delta x tends to 0, delta y over delta x will be equals to the dy upon dx. ना तो जैसे ही हम लिमिट लेते हैं किसी भी वैल्यू का जो भी डिनोमिनेटर में होती है, whatever quantity is there, तो वो डेरिवेटिव में कन्वर्ट हो जाती है. डेरिवेटिव आपको क्या दिखाता है? डेरिवेटिव वी विल कैलकुलेट द रेट ऑफ चेंज, वी विल कैलकुलेट द रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ एनी वन क्वांटिटी विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द अनदर. डेरिवेटिव से हमें क्या पता चलता है कि कोई भी जो क्वांटिटी है वो दूसरे के रिस्पेक्ट में कैसे चेंज हो रही है, हाउ फास्ट दैट क्वांटिटी इज चेंजिंग, कितनी जल्दी वो क्वांटिटी चेंज हो रही है, राइट? सो दोज वैल्यूज विल बी कैलकुलेटेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ द डेरिवेटिव ना. सो अगर हम इन्हीं वैल्यूज को, अगर हम लिमिट डेल्टा एक्स टेंड्स टू 0, अगर मैं इक्वेशन नंबर, इफ वी प्लेस दीज टू वैल्यूज, लिमिट डेल्टा एक्स टेंड्स टू 0 in equation number 4, that means we will multiply limit delta x tends to 0 with equation number 4 to the both side, then left side will become dy over dx will be equals to the limit delta x tends to 0, and this whole function will remain as it is, fx plus delta x minus fx upon delta x, whatever is the term there that is given to you, right? So only this term is very important to you after the equation number 4 line. So this delta y over delta x will represent average rate of change of y with respect to the x. Always you have to remember, right? And dy over dx is the derivative of y with respect to the x. How will we get the derivative? Whenever we are taking the limit of the denominator of that value. Then जब भी हम उस वैल्यू के डिनोमिनेटर में जो क्वांटिटी होगी उसका लिमिट लेंगे तो वो वैल्यू dy में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी। डेरिवेटिव हमें क्या बताता है, द रेट, किसी भी वैल्यू में, किसी भी क्वांटिटी में जो चेंज हो रहा है वो किस रेट से हो रहा है, राइट, कितना फास्ट हो रहा है। ठीक है, तो स्मॉल स्मॉल वैल्यूज को कैलकुलेट करने के लिए, स्मॉल स्मॉल चेंजेस को कैलकुलेट करने के लिए वी ऑलवेज टेक basically the term differentiation, right? Now how will we apply the term differentiation in different functions, in different conditions? For that we are having some basic rules for the differentiation. With the help of those rules and the theorems we can apply the differentiation terminology in any of the function or any of the given equation, right? So for that we will just go through the some basic theorems or the rules for the differentiation and differentiation. Now we will just understand some theorems, those are related to the differentiation and integration. So very first theorem we were talking about, if y equals to c then dy over dx equals to 0. That means जब भी हमारे पास y equals to c, where c is the constant, where c equals to constant. अगर आपके पास y का एक फंक्शन है जो कि कांस्टेंट है, c कांस्टेंट है, देन अगर हम उसका इफ वी कैलकुलेट द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ y विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x, देन दैट विल बिकम इक्वल्स टू 0, राइट? सो एवरी टाइम यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, किसी भी ओनली कांस्टेंट का जो डिफरेंशिएशन होता है वो हमेशा 0 होता है. लाइक वी कैन सी इन द एग्जांपल, very first example, suppose y equals to 2, then and we have to calculate the differentiation of y with respect to x. So dy over dx equals to 0. then कोई भी अगर d over dx y equals to pi हो या कोई भी एक ऐसा वैल्यू, if there is any value which is constant, then the only constant, then if any variable is not multiplied with the constant, in only in that condition that rule is applicable, right? So if y equals to is only a constant value is there, so differentiation of that constant value will be equals to the 0, right? That is the example for that. Now the next second rule is that if y equals to x to the power n, if y equals to x to the power n, then rule says that if we calculate the derivative of y with respect to x, then it will be equals to the power will be multiplied, x power will be multiplied and x equals to x into n minus 1, right? जो भी आपके पास पावर होगी वो आगे मल्टीप्लाई में होगी और जो पावर होगी उसमें से आप एक सब्सट्रैक्ट कर लेंगे. एग्जाम्पल की हेल्प से आप देखेंगे, दैट विल बी मोर क्लियर टू यू. एग्जाम्पल नंबर 2 फॉर द सेकेंड रूल, इफ y इक्वल्स टू x की पावर 3, if y equals to x to the power 3, then we have to calculate dy over dx. Then how will you apply the rule? So rules, dy over dx means d over dx of x to the power 3. Then dy over dx means d over dx and y का वैल्यू कितना है, x to the power 3. So what rule says that? Rule says that basically, so x to the power 3, so power will be multiplied and x to the power 3 minus 1. पावर को आप आगे मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे और जो पावर होगी उसमें से 1 माइनस कर देंगे, सो दैट विल यू गेट 3x स्क्वायर, राइट? इफ द एनी नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल, dy over dx इक्वल्स टू x to the power सपोज -5 इज देयर. अगर आपके पास इसमें -5 है तो आपके पास कितना हो जाएगा, dy over dx आपको कैलकुलेट करना है. So dy over dx can be written as d over dx, and what is the value of y? Y value is the x to the power -5. That means in place of x to the power n, what we are having, x to the power -5. So how will we apply the rule? -5 power will be multiplied and x to the power -5 minus 1. पावर में आप क्या करेंगे, 1 माइनस कर देंगे, so you will get -5 x to the power -6. Likewise, this rule will be applicable. You can just practice more functions to just understand this particular rule, right? Now the next is the rule says that if rule number 3, if y equals to c into u, then c is the constant and u is the function of the x. C is the constant and u is the function of the x. Then when you calculate the derivative of y with respect to x, then you will get c. Whenever c and the variable is multiplied, so you cannot do the differentiation of any constant function, constant quantity. आप कभी भी किसी भी constant value का आप differentiation नहीं कर सकते हो. ओनली अगर कांस्टेंट है तो उसका डिफरेंशिएशन 0 होता है, और उसके साथ वेरिएबल मल्टीप्लाइड में है तो कांस्टेंट डिफरेंशिएटिंग टर्म से आउट हो जाता है, और आप किस टर्म को बेसिकली आप क्या किस टर्म को अप्लाई करते हो, किस टर्म पे अप्लाई करते हो रूल, जो वेरिएबल होता है, राइट। वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट बाय द रूल नंबर एग्जाम्पल. नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल, सपोज y इक्वल्स टू 3x². देन नाउ देखिए, this 3 is a constant, and this in place of u what we are having x², and x this u is the function of x. Now you will have to calculate dy over dx. आपको dy over dx कैलकुलेट करना है, तो d over dx and what is the value of the y, 3x². अब यहाँ पे c into u की फॉर्म है. Now what will you do, c को आप आउट कर लेंगे डिफरेंशिएटिंग टर्म से 3 and u. अब u पे क्या करेंगे, d over dx of x to the power 2, राइट. अब x to the power 2 पे कौन सा रूल अप्लाई होगा, रूल नंबर 2 अप्लाई होगा. That will be x to the power n rule. So now we will apply the x to the power n rule. So that will be equals to the 2 will be multiplied and x to the power 2 minus 1. So this will become 3 to just 6, 6x. That will be the answer, right? तो कांस्टेंट के साथ जब भी डिफरेंशिएटिंग टर्म वेरिएबल मल्टीप्लाई होगा तो वो 0 नहीं होगा. जो वेरिएबल होगा उसका डिफरेंशिएशन उस पर हम जो भी रूल डिफरेंशिएशन का अप्लाई होगा उसे अप्लाई करेंगे, और कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटी उससे बाहर हो जाएगी डिफरेंशिएटिंग फंक्शन से, राइट. केवल अगर कांस्टेंट है तो वो 0 हो जाएगा, राइट. नाउ द नेक्स्ट रूल, इफ टू वेरिएबल्स आर इन मल्टीप्लिकेशन. इफ टू वेरिएबल्स आर इन मल्टीप्लिकेशन, अगर दो वेरिएबल्स आपके पास मल्टीप्लिकेशन में है, देन हाउ विल यू डू द डिफरेंशिएशन फॉर दैट. सो if y equals to u into v, if y equals to u into v, then what will happen, u and v both are the function of the x. Then what will we do, आप ट्रीट करेंगे फर्स्ट फंक्शन एंड सेकंड फंक्शन दोनों टर्म को, u को फर्स्ट फंक्शन ट्रीट किया, सेकंड फंक्शन ट्रीट किया, तो आप इसका डिफरेंशिएशन कैसे करेंगे, हाउ विल यू डू द डिफरेंशिएशन फॉर दैट. आप फर्स्ट स्टेप में फर्स्ट फंक्शन को कांस्टेंट ट्रीट करेंगे एंड यू विल जस्ट डू द डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ द सेकंड फंक्शन, प्लस इन द नेक्स्ट टर्म that second function will be treated as a constant and you will just do the differentiation of the first function. Then this will be the very simple rule. Now example for that is y equals to suppose x² and suppose we are having somewhat like x to the power any variable you can multiply here. Suppose this will be x plus 5 and this will be x plus 1. Right? Now these two are the variables, so this will be treated as a first function and this will be treated as a second function. Now we will apply the rule in a very first step. This first function will be constant, that means आप इसका differentiation नहीं करेंगे, we will just do the differentiation of the second function. Then plus now this second function will be constant, आप इसका differentiation नहीं करेंगे, then differentiation of the very first function d over dx of x plus 5. राइट. सो आप इनका डिफरेंशिएशन करेंगे, फिर उसके बाद आप अप्लाई करेंगे सिंपल रूल्स ऑफ द डिफरेंशिएशन. x प्लस 5 डी ओवर डी एक्स ऑफ x प्लस डी ओवर डी एक्स ऑफ 1 होल स्क्वायर को मल्टीप्लाई कर लेंगे, प्लस x प्लस 1 डी ओवर डी एक्स ऑफ x प्लस डी ओवर डी एक्स ऑफ 5. नाउ वी विल जस्ट अप्लाई द रूल्स. x प्लस 5 डी ओवर डी एक्स, यहाँ पे 1 पावर है तो 1 आगे मल्टीप्लाई में x 1 माइनस 1 प्लस डी ओवर डी एक्स एंड ऑफ डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ 1 विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x, और कांस्टेंट क्या है, 1 कांस्टेंट है तो इसका होल डिफरेंशिएशन कितना हो जाएगा 0, प्लस x प्लस 1 विल बी सेम एज इट इज डी ओवर डी एक्स ऑफ x की पावर 1 है तो 1 मल्टीप्लाई में 1 x टू द पावर 1 माइनस 1, पावर से 1 मल्टीप्लाई कर लेंगे, 1 आगे मल्टीप्लाई में कर दिया, d over dx of 5, that means very first rule apply हो जाएगा तो that will become 0. Now you can just equate the equation like x to the power 0 1 हो गया, then plus x plus 1, right? So that will be your answer for that, right? So these are some basic rules for the differentiation. Now we are having 2 more rules, but these are very simple rules. If you are having differentiation of sin x, what is the differentiation of sin x? That will be directly cos x, right? Differentiation of cos x will be equals to the minus sin x. So you have to remember these two rules. Differentiation of sin x is cos x and differentiation of cos x is minus sin x, right? So children, these are some very basic rules of the differentiation. which will use throughout whenever we are just having any of the expression, and many more things are related to these basic rules. Right? So only this much of the integration differentiation part we are having in the physics, that will be very useful in the physics, and not many more theorems and not many more rules of the differentiation we are using in the physics. Right? Only this much of the rules and terminology we are using for the differentiation in the physics. Right, children? So you can just practice more and more numericals to just understand the rules of the differentiation. Now, so the things will be more clear to you all. Right, children? So that's all for today. Thank you.